hung thick across the kitchen, where Arthur sat quietly reading the news. He noticed the silence that settled around him and polished the leather on Clara's old shoes. For 45 winters she poured out his tea before she walked out to the edge of the sea. He keeps every letter stored under the bed and lives in the promises both of them said. The clock on the mantel keeps ticking the night away, while memory traces the places they used to play. She packed up her suitcase before the cold autumn freeze and left him with shadows that dance in the willow trees. A love that was gentle still stays in this lonely hall, where pictures of summer remain hanging on the wall. Her lavender perfume still clings to the curtains. He washes the dishes and dries every plate. He listens for footsteps that won't cross the driveway and closes the latch on the wrought iron gate. The neighbors say Arthur is doing just fine, though he pours out 2 glasses whenever it's time. He keeps every letter stored under the bed and lives in the promises both of them said. The clock on the mantel keeps ticking the night away, while memory traces the places they used to play. She packed up her suitcase before the cold autumn freeze and left him with shadows that dance in the willow trees. A love that was gentle still stays in this lonely hall, where pictures of summer remain hanging on the wall. He doesn't feel anger, he doesn't feel spite. He just holds her coat when he turns off the light. The train in the distance blew 3 long goodbye sounds and swept her away past the edge of their town. He folds up the newspaper, sits in his chair, and breathes in her memory, still in the air. The yellow light flickers, the day turns to gray, and Arthur lets go as she drifts far away.
Amber radiance pours through dusty glass, warming the counter where the hours pass. A kindly lady She shifts her coat a bit and smiles at me before she starts to sit. She says, "Young man, you look a world away." I nod my head, unsure of what to say. She orders tea and places down her purse and listens closely while I speak my verse. I tell her how a green-eyed girl walked out and left me stranded in a sea of doubt. She whispers softly that the pain will slowly bend, for every broken promise finds a quiet end. She loved a sailor 50 years ago today, and watched his vessel slowly drift into the bay. Though sorrow lingers when the final words are spoken, a gentle heart learns how to mend when it is broken. The afternoon turns copper on the floor as raindrops rattle at the diner door. She hands a napkin across the wood tabletop and tells me weeping eventually has to stop. We share a slice of pie and cup of brew, two lonely souls with memories to get through. Sometimes a stranger holds the key to set you free by showing you the road that lies ahead. The hurt will fade just like the evening melody, and life goes on beyond the tears we shed. She whispers softly that the pain will slowly bend, for every broken promise finds a quiet end. She loved a sailor 50 years ago today, and watched his vessel slowly drift into the bay. Though sorrow lingers when the final words are spoken, a gentle heart learns how to mend when it is broken. She leaves $2 and she shakes my hand, a wiser soul who seemed to understand. I watch her walk out in the golden air and finally find the strength to leave my chair. Drying lilacs fill the pantry air, where she left a ribbon by the stair. 60 years of laughter built this room. Now he sits alone inside the gloom, sorting through the letters in a crate, knowing that the hour
flowers called away before the spring, leaving just her heavy silver ring. He turns the faded pages slow and lets the quiet music flow, a gentle waltz from days gone by beneath an August evening sky. He packs her woolen sweaters in a box of pine and pours himself a single glass of berry wine. The photograph upon the mantel tells no lies. They shared a lifetime underneath these quiet skies. He blows out the candle as the sun descends and wonders where the story truly ends. Her favorite floral apron hangs nearby. He touches it and lets out one soft sigh. Her slippers rest beside the rocking chair, as if she might step in and meet him there. He folds the handkerchief with lace around the seam and holds the memory like a golden dream. He packs her woolen sweaters in a box of pine and pours himself a single glass of berry wine. The photograph upon the mantel tells no lies. They shared a lifetime underneath these quiet skies. He blows out the candle as the sun descends and wonders where the story truly ends. The autumn wind begins to shake the garden gate. He knows that love is stronger than a bitter fate. Though hands no longer hold each other through the night, her gentle spirit guides him in the fading light. He locks the back porch door and turns the key and thanks the stars for all they used to be. The lilac scent will stay when he goes to sleep, a sacred promise that he means to keep. The silent hallway held a heavy stillness deep and wide. No breath or rustle moved the heavy air, until a sudden thought of you collided from inside and broke the quiet sitting in my chair. I saw you standing by the garden gate before the autumn turned our yellow summer late. The needle glides across the vinyl groove. I watch the curtain sway without a breeze. There is no reason left for me to move. I fall right back down slowly to my knees. postcard from Chicago rests alone. I linger in the middle of a warm, remembered dream and listen to the dial on the phone. Your cardigan still hangs behind the chair, as if you just stepped out to catch the evening air. The needle glides across the vinyl groove. I watch the curtain sway without a breeze. There is no reason left for me to move. I fall right back down slowly to my knees. The packed brown leather satchel rested on the floor. You turn the brass latch slowly at the kitchen door. A quiet yellow taxi waited in the rain. It drove my darling off and left me with the pain. The neighborhood goes dark now, line by line. The street light casts a shadow on the wall. I used to whisper softly, you were mine. Now no one answers when I call, so leave the hum above the stove right where it belongs. It keeps the quiet house from getting cold. I play our favorite pair of record songs and watch the golden twilight start to fold. I lock the porch and turn off every light and tell your gentle ghost good night. Where did we leave the key to the back door? I asked the room, but nobody answers back. The grand clock ticks against the painted floor, and my wandering mind loses its track. I count the dust specks floating in the air, thinking of April when you were standing there. The kettle starts a quiet, steady hum, and I wonder when the quiet days will come. I pick a book up just to read your name. Nothing feels different, but nothing stays the same. You packed a velvet coat and stepped into the snow, leaving a quiet house where gentle breezes blow. A silver thimble fell beneath the dining table. I hold the tiny piece and read the faded label, and keep the promises we made while we were able. Did you remember your knitted wool cardigan? Or did you leave it hanging on the stair? My thoughts keep jumping back to yesterday again. your shadow lingering everywhere. The afternoon turns gray upon the glass, watching the heavy summer shadows pass. The kettle starts a quiet, steady hum, and I wonder when the quiet days will come. I pick a book up just to read your name. Nothing feels different, but nothing stays the same. You packed a velvet coat and stepped into the snow, leaving a quiet house where gentle breezes blow. A silver thimble fell beneath the dining table. I hold the tiny piece and read the faded label, and keep the promises we made while we were able. A letter sitting on the hallway stand, written in ink that faded from your hand. I do not open it, I let it rest, knowing that moving on is for the best. The yellow chair stays turned against the wall. I lock the porch and hear the autumn call. Good night, my friend, wherever you may sleep. Some quiet memories are mine to keep. Seven matches lie inside this pewter box upon the table wood. I touch the carved lid softly where your hands once stood. The parlor holds the scent of cedar and old tea, and everything remains just as it used to be. It has been 3 long winters since you packed your bag, leaving only quiet where our words would lag. The ticking clock upon the mantel shelf tells me I am sitting by myself, yet in the quiet shadows on the wall I hear your gentle footsteps in the hall. A sudden breeze can drift across a sleeping town and turn the heavy pages as the shades come down. I trace the metal edges where your thumb was pressed, while gentle autumn shadows settle on my chest. We said goodbye so softly, without bitter tears, and left a tender silence for the passing years. The tea grows cold inside my favorite ceramic mug. The yellow streetlight shines across the faded rug. I wonder if you kept that heavy wool coat, or if you ever found my missing scribbled note. Some loves don't break in anger or a slam of wood. They simply rest forever where they always stood. The ticking clock upon the mantel shelf tells me I am yourself. Yet in the quiet shadows on the wall, I hear your gentle footsteps in the hall. A sudden breeze can drift across a sleeping town and turn the heavy pages as the shades come down. I trace the metal edges where your thumb was pressed, while gentle autumn shadows settle on my chest. We said goodbye so softly, without bitter tears, and left a tender silence for the passing years. I almost struck a flame tonight to feel the glow, to warm this drafty corner where the cold winds blow. But burning down the wooden match won't bring you back. It only leaves a faint gray line of ash along the track. I close the metal lid and let the latch fall tight. The evening folds its blankets around the parlor light. I hope you found the peaceful sky you searched for then. Good night, my quiet love, until we meet again. You said yesterday the kitchen clock was fast, so I sat and watched the second hand roll by. You left your cardigan across the radio cabinet and forgot to tell the neighbor girl goodbye. Now the tea kettle is cooling on the burner, while the hallway mirror holds a quiet space. The coat rack holds your heavy woolen scarf. The porch lamp flickers gently in the dark. A silver spoon rests deep inside the porcelain bowl, while gentle shadows slowly lengthen down the hall. I count the quiet things that keep a dwelling whole, and wonder if you left your heart behind it all. The evening news lies open on page 4, folded neatly right beside your peppermint tea. A single brass key rests upon the floor where you dropped it when you turned around to see. The reading glasses sit beside the record player, unclaimed upon the narrow wooden shelf. We never raised our voices at the door. We only let the stillness take its place. Now every little item on
is a memory I never can erase. A silver spoon rests deep inside the porcelain bowl, while gentle shadows slowly lengthen down the hall. I count the quiet things that keep a dwelling whole, and wonder if you left your heart behind it all. Rewind the clock back 3 full minutes now. I lock the latch and turn the desk lamp low. Yesterday you said the time was moving fast, and maybe that is why you had to go. Tortoiseshell comb sits near my teacup, with 2 little teeth snapped off the end. I reach out my hand to pick the piece up and touch what is left of my oldest friend. The house is so still since Tuesday evening, when quietly you packed up your gray leather bag. I never thought 40 long years could slip away without any shouting or tears to mark the day. The sweet northern train takes the highway lane south, while I sit alone with your name in my mouth. A gentle parting leaves no dramatic stain, just quiet shadows in the falling autumn rain. I bless every mile that you traveled today, though half of my spirit was carried away. The kitchen linoleum still shows your footprint, right by the sink where you watered the fern. The afternoon light has a softer pink tint on pages of letters I never could burn. I smile through the calm as the grandfather ticking reminds me how kindly we shared all our time. We grew into people who need a different air. No anger remains in this favorite velvet chair. I place your small comb in the top dresser drawer and wish you the peace that you drifted here for. The tea has grown cold in the late afternoon. I lock up the porch and I look at the moon. You gave me the sweetest half-century of grace. I smile as I picture your faraway face.
street sweeper scrapes against the concrete curb, a heavy iron broom that breaks the morning silence. You sit beside the window with your tea untouched, staring at the rain that washes over town. He packed his leather satchel just an hour ago and walked away without a single backward glance. I brought some lemon biscuits and a shoulder here to help you through this unexpected change of plans. I know the quiet in this kitchen feels too loud, and every ticking clock sounds like a judge's bell. So take my sweater, fold your hands, and let it out. The hard part isn't watching someone turn the key. It's learning how to make a solitary dinner warm. You built a castle out of promises he made. Now sweep the dust away and step outside the storm. There is a softer world waiting down the street, and you will find your laughter on another road. The mailman drops a heavy stack upon the mat, a catalog for gardens that you grew together. You turn your wedding band around your slender thumb and wonder how a golden circle turned so cold. I remember when he brought you yellow marigolds. You thought he was the finest man in all the county. People change their minds just like the autumn leaves, and holding on to smoke will only burn your hands. I know the quiet in this kitchen feels too loud, and every ticking clock sounds like a judge's bell. Take my sweater, fold your hands, and let it out. The hard part isn't watching someone turn the key. It's learning how to make a solitary dinner warm. You built a castle out of promises he made. Now sweep the dust away and step outside the storm. There is a softer world waiting down the street, and you will find your laughter on another road. We spent our younger days chasing wild dreams, crying over boys who didn't know our worth. You pulled me through my darkest winter years ago, so let me carry half the weight upon this earth. Put that old record back inside its paper sleeve. I'll dry the dishes while you rest your tired eyes. Tomorrow we will buy some yellow garden seed and watch a simple afternoon begin to rise.
Yesterday you said the blue kettle takes too long to come to a boil. Today it sits cold on the burner beside a small smudge of sweet almond oil. Your half-folded sweater hangs low on the chair. The silver spoon rests on the slate. I count every detail you left in the air while standing alone by the gate. The milk truck went by at its usual hour. The mailman skipped over our door. A single dry leaf from the geranium flower just drifted down onto the floor. You walked down the driveway before it grew light, with one small brown suitcase held tight in your hand. The train whistled low through the cool autumn night and carried away what we never quite planned. Now all of these quiet, forgotten small things are keeping the memory warm while it stings. Yesterday you warned that the garden gate latch would drop if the west wind came strong. It rattled 3 times in the midnight hours, a short and predictable song. Your reading specs sit on the telephone book, a pencil marked down page 14. I trace every shadow inside every nook to hold what no longer is seen. The baker van stopped on the corner below. The neighborhood dog barked at 3. A dusty old sparrow hopped down in the snow and looked up for crumbits from me. You walked down the driveway before it grew light, with one small brown suitcase held tight in your hand. The train whistled low through the cool autumn night and carried away what we never quite planned. Now all of these quiet, forgotten small things are keeping the memory warm while it stings. The copper clock ticks on the dining room wall, measuring distance in steady light taps. I hear your quiet shoes in the dim wooden hall, though time has closed over our gaps. The blue kettle hums as the steam starts to rise. I pour out 1 cup for the day. I look at the porch under pale graying skies and smile as you drift far away.
today. The iron tires rumble on the stones as they go. You haven't touched the bread on your blue willow plate, and your silver ring sits in the drawer down below. He packed up his coat while the neighborhood slept, and left you a house with too many empty chairs. The radio plays an old melody slow. It is time that you let all those heavy thoughts go. When a long golden summer turns suddenly chill, you can lean on my shoulder until you stand still. Every promise he broke was a weight on your chest. Now the silence inside can finally give you rest. So pour one more cup while the twilight grows gray. We will fold up his letters and throw them away. A delivery cart clatters right past your gate. The horses move slow toward the end of the line. You tell me that 30 good years vanished quick, but holding a heartache won't turn water to wine. I brought over biscuits and blackberry jam to remind you the world is still gentle and kind. The evening rolls in with a soft yellow light, and you do not have to face this alone tonight. When a long golden summer turns suddenly chill, you can lean on my shoulder until you stand still. Every promise he broke was a weight on your chest. Now the silence inside can finally give you rest. So pour one more cup while the twilight grows gray. We will fold up his letters and throw them away. Love is a garden that sometimes goes dry. No matter how hard two young dreamers may try. You gave him your youth and you gave him your heart. Now you get to decide where a new life can start. The street noise is fading as night settles down. We will keep the porch lamp lit for comfort in town. Tomorrow we walk to the market again. You are never alone while you still have a friend. Where do the sparrows sleep when rain falls hard? I watched the yard turn dark an hour ago. My tea grows cold inside this painted mug. The neighbor's dog is barking down the lane. took your blue umbrella or left it leaning on the hallway wall. Thoughts keep drifting like autumn leaves when small memory starts to unwind. I count the shadows across the rug and trace the silence you left behind. A postcard from Boston sits under the bread box while winter comes quietly down through the trees. You packed up your books when the autumn grew chilly and traded our kitchen for warmer blue seas. Now dinner for one takes 5 minutes to swallow, and evening rolls in like a slow, gentle breeze. The clock is ticking steady on the shelf. I ought to turn the porch light off by now. Your sweater's still hanging behind the door. It holds the quiet scent of cedar wood. I thought I heard a car turn in the drive, but it was just the wind against the glass. A postcard from Boston sits under the bread box while winter comes quietly down through the trees. You packed up your books when the autumn grew chilly and traded our kitchen for warmer blue seas. Now dinner for one takes 5 minutes to swallow, and evening rolls in like a slow, gentle breeze. Did you remember to change the oil in the station wagon? Did the plumber fix the tap in your new apartment? Love doesn't end when a suitcase closes. It just sits quietly in the corner of the room, waiting for someone to ask a simple question. The sparrows must have found a shelter somewhere. The house is still, the street is quiet now. I'll leave the kitchen light on just in case. Good night, my love, wherever you are tonight. Coffee hung thick across the kitchen, where Arthur sat quietly reading the news. He noticed the silence that settled around him and polished the leather on Clara's old shoes. For 45 winters she poured out his tea before she walked out to the edge of the sea. He keeps every letter stored under the bed and lives in the promises both of them said. The clock on the mantle keeps ticking the night away, while memory traces the places they used to play. She packed up her suitcase before the cold autumn freeze, and left him with shadows that dance in the willow trees. A love that was gentle still stays in this lonely hall, where pictures of summer remain hanging on the wall. Her lavender perfume still clings to the curtains. He washes the dishes and dries every plate. He listens for footsteps that won't cross the driveway, and closes the latch on the wrought iron gate. The neighbors say Arthur is doing just fine, though he pours out 2 glasses whenever it's time. He keeps every letter stored under the bed, and lives in the promises both of them said. The clock on the mantle keeps ticking the night away, while memory traces the places they used to play. She packed up her suitcase before the cold autumn freeze, and left him with shadows that dance in the willow trees. A love that was gentle still stays in this lonely hall, where pictures of summer remain hanging on the wall. He doesn't feel anger, he doesn't feel spite. He just holds her coat when he turns off the light. The train in the distance blew 3 long goodbye sounds, and swept her away past the edge of their town. He folds up the newspaper, sits in his chair, and breathes in her memory, still in the air. The yellow light flickers, the day turns to gray, and Arthur lets go as she drifts far away.
Amber radiance pours through dusty glass, warming the counter where the hours pass. A kindly lady shifts her coat a bit, and smiles at me before she starts to sit. She says, "Young man, you look a world away." I nod my head, unsure of what to say. She orders tea and places down her purse, and listens closely while I speak my verse. I tell her how a green-eyed girl walked out and left me stranded in a
promise finds a quiet end. She loved a sailor 50 years ago today, and watched his vessel slowly drift into the bay. Though sorrow lingers when the final words are spoken, a gentle heart learns how to mend when it is broken. The afternoon turns copper on the floor as raindrops rattle at the diner door. She hands a napkin across the wood tabletop and tells me weeping eventually has to stop. We share a slice of pie and cup of brew, two lonely souls with memories to get through. Sometimes a stranger holds the key to set you free by showing you the road that lies ahead. The hurt will fade just like the evening melody, and life goes on beyond the tears we shed. She whispers softly that the pain will slowly bend. For every broken promise finds a quiet end. She loved a sailor 50 years ago today, and watched his vessel slowly drift into the bay. Though sorrow lingers when the final words are spoken, a gentle heart learns how to mend when it is broken. She leaves $2 and she shakes my hand, a wiser soul who seemed to understand. I watch her walk out in the golden air and finally find the strength to leave my chair. Drying lilacs fill the pantry air, where she left a ribbon by the stair. 60 years of laughter built this room. Now he sits alone inside the gloom, sorting through the letters in a crate, knowing that the hour has grown late. She was called away before the spring, leaving just her heavy silver ring. He turns the faded pages slow and lets the quiet music flow, a gentle waltz from days gone by beneath an August evening sky. He packs her woolen sweaters in a box of pine and pours himself a single glass of berry wine. The photograph upon the mantel tells no lies. They shared a lifetime underneath these quiet skies. He blows out the
favorite floral apron hangs nearby. He touches it and lets out one soft sigh. Her slippers rest beside the rocking chair, as if she might step in and meet him there. He folds the handkerchief with lace around the seam and holds the memory like a golden dream. He packs her woolen sweaters in a box of pine and pours himself a single glass of berry wine. The photograph upon the mantel tells no lies. They shared a lifetime underneath these quiet skies. He blows out the candle as the sun descends and wonders where the story truly ends. The autumn wind begins to shake the garden gate. He knows that love is stronger than a bitter fate. Though hands no longer hold each other through the night, her gentle spirit guides him in the fading light. He locks the back porch door and turns the key and thanks the stars for all they used to be. The lilac scent will stay when he goes to sleep, a sacred promise that he means to keep.
The silent hallway held a heavy stillness deep and wide. No breath or rustle moved the heavy air, until a sudden thought of you collided from inside and broke the quiet sitting in my chair. I saw you standing by the garden gate before the autumn turned our yellow summer late. The needle glides across the vinyl groove. I watch the curtain sway without a breeze. There is no reason left for me to move. I fall right back down slowly to my knees. The packed brown leather satchel rested on the floor. You turn the brass latch slowly at the kitchen door. A quiet yellow taxi waited in the rain. It drove my darling off and left me with the pain. The teacup on the counter lost its gentle rising steam. A postcard from Chicago rests alone. I linger in the middle of a warm remembered dream and listen to the dial on the phone. Your cardigan still hangs behind the chair,
as if you just stepped out to catch the evening air. The needle glides across the vinyl groove. I watch the curtain sway without a breeze. There is no reason left for me to move. I fall right back down slowly to my knees. The packed brown leather satchel rested on the floor. You turn the brass latch slowly at the kitchen door. A quiet yellow taxi waited in the rain. It drove my darling off and left me with the pain. The neighborhood goes dark now, line by line. The street light casts a shadow on the wall. I used to whisper softly, you were mine. Now no one answers when I call. So leave the hum above the stove right where it belongs. It keeps the quiet house from getting cold. I play our favorite pair of record songs and watch the golden twilight start to fold. I lock the porch and turn off every light and tell your gentle ghost goodnight. Where did we leave the key to the back door? I asked the room, but nobody answers back. The grand clock ticks against the painted floor, and my wandering mind loses its track. I count the dust specks floating in the air, thinking of April when you were standing there. The kettle starts a quiet, steady hum, and I wonder when the quiet days will come. I pick a book up just to read your name. Nothing feels different, but nothing stays the same. You packed a velvet coat and stepped into the snow, leaving a quiet house where gentle breezes blow. A silver thimble fell beneath the dining table. I hold the tiny piece and read the faded label, and keep the promises we made while we were able. Did you remember your knitted wool cardigan? Or did you leave it hanging on the stair? My thoughts keep jumping back to yesterday again, finding your shadow lingering everywhere. The afternoon turns gray upon the glass, watching the heavy summer shadows pass. The kettle starts a quiet, steady hum, and I wonder when the quiet days will come. I pick a book up just to read your name. Nothing feels different, but nothing stays the same. You packed a velvet coat and stepped into the snow, leaving a quiet house where gentle breezes blow. A silver thimble fell beneath the dining table. I hold the tiny piece and read the faded label, and keep the promises we made while we were able. A letter sitting on the hallway stand, written in ink that faded from your hand. I do not open it, I let it rest, knowing that moving on is for the best. The yellow chair stays turned against the wall. I lock the porch and hear the autumn call. Good night, my friend, wherever you may sleep. Some quiet memories are mine to keep. Seven matches lie inside this pewter box upon the table wood. I touch the carved lid softly where your hands once stood. The parlor holds the scent of cedar and old tea, and everything remains just as it used to be. It has been 3 long winters since you packed your bag, leaving only quiet where our words would lag. The ticking clock upon the mantel shelf tells me I am sitting by myself, yet in the quiet shadows on the wall I hear your gentle footsteps in the hall. A sudden breeze can drift across a sleeping town and turn the heavy pages as the shades come down. I trace the metal edges where your thumb was pressed, while gentle autumn shadows settle on my chest. We said goodbye so softly, without bitter tears, and left a tender silence for the passing years. The tea grows cold inside my favorite ceramic mug. The yellow streetlight shines across the faded rug. I wonder if you kept that heavy wool coat, or if you ever found my missing scribbled note. Some loves don't break in anger or a slam of wood. They simply rest forever where they always stood. The ticking clock upon the mantel shelf tells me I am sitting by myself, yet in the quiet shadows on the wall I hear your gentle footsteps in the hall. A sudden breeze can drift across a sleeping town pages as the shades come down. I trace the metal edges where your thumb was pressed, while gentle autumn shadows settled on my chest. We said goodbye so softly, without bitter tears, and left a tender silence for the passing years. I almost struck a flame tonight to feel the glow, to warm this drafty corner where the cold winds blow. But burning down the wooden match won't bring you back. It only leaves a faint gray line of ash along the track. I close the metal lid and let the latch fall tight. The evening folds its blankets around the parlor light. I hope you found the peaceful sky you searched for then. Good night, my quiet love, until we meet again. You said yesterday the kitchen clock was fast, so I sat and watched the second hand roll by. You left your cardigan across the radio cabinet and forgot to tell the neighbor girl goodbye. Now the tea kettle is cooling on the burner, while the hallway mirror holds a quiet space. The coat rack holds your heavy woolen scarf. The porch lamp flickers gently in the dark. A silver spoon rests deep inside the porcelain bowl, while gentle shadows slowly lengthen down the hall. I count the quiet things that keep a dwelling whole, and wonder if you left your heart behind it all. The evening news lies open on page 4, folded neatly right beside your peppermint tea. A single brass key rests upon the floor where you dropped it when you turned around to see. The reading glasses sit beside the record player, unclaimed upon the narrow wooden shelf. We never raised our voices at the door. We only let the stillness take its place. Now every little item on the parquet floor is a memory I never can erase. A silver spoon rests deep inside the porcelain bowl, while gentle shadows slowly lengthen down the hall. I count the quiet the clock, back 3 full minutes now. I lock the latch and turn the desk lamp low. Yesterday you said the time was moving fast, and maybe that is why you had to go. Tortoiseshell comb sits near my teacup, with 2 little teeth snapped off the end. I reach out my hand to pick the piece up and touch what is left of my oldest friend. The house is so still since Tuesday evening, when quietly you packed up your gray leather bag. I never thought 40 long years could slip away without any shouting or tears to mark the day. The sweet northern train takes the highway lane south, while I sit alone with your name in my mouth. A gentle parting leaves no dramatic stain, just quiet shadows in the falling autumn rain. I bless every mile that you traveled today, though half of my spirit was carried away. The kitchen linoleum still shows your footprint, right by the sink where you watered the fern. The afternoon light has a softer pink tint on pages of letters I never could burn. I smile through the calm as the grandfather ticking reminds me how kindly we shared all our time. We grew into people who need a different air. No anger remains in this favorite velvet chair. I place your small comb in the top dresser drawer and wish you the peace that you drifted here for. The tea has grown cold in the late afternoon. I lock up the porch and I look at the moon. You gave me the sweetest half-century of grace. I smile as I picture your faraway face. The street sweeper scrapes against the concrete curb. A heavy iron broom
breaks the morning silence. You sit beside the window with your tea untouched, staring at the rain that washes over town. He packed his leather satchel just an hour ago and walked away without a single backward glance. I brought some lemon biscuits and a shoulder here to help you through this unexpected change of plans. I know the quiet in this kitchen feels too loud, and every ticking clock sounds like a judge's bell. So take my sweater, fold your hands, and let it out. The hard part isn't watching someone turn the key. It's learning how to make a solitary dinner warm. You built a castle out of promises he made. Now sweep the dust away and step outside the storm. There is a softer world waiting down the street, and you will find your laughter on another road. The mailman drops a heavy stack upon the mat, a catalog for gardens that you grew together. You turn your wedding band around your slender thumb and wonder how a golden circle turned so cold. I remember when he brought you yellow marigolds. You thought he was the finest man in all the county. People change their minds just like the autumn leaves, and holding on to smoke will only burn your hands. I know the quiet in this kitchen feels too loud, and every ticking clock sounds like a judge's bell. Take my sweater, fold your hands, and let it out. The hard part isn't watching someone turn the key. It's learning how to make a solitary dinner warm. You built a castle out of promises he made. Now sweep the dust away and step outside the storm. There is a softer world waiting down the street, and you will find your laughter on another road. We spent our younger days chasing wild dreams, crying over boys who didn't know our worth. You pulled me through my darkest winter years ago, so let me carry half the weight upon this earth. Put that old record back inside its paper sleeve. I'll dry the dishes while you rest your tired eyes. Tomorrow we will buy some yellow garden seed and watch a simple afternoon begin to rise.
Yesterday you said the blue kettle takes too long to come to a boil. Today it sits cold on the burner beside a small smudge of sweet almond oil. Your half-folded sweater hangs low on the chair. The silver spoon rests on the slate. I count every detail you left in the air while standing alone by the gate. The milk truck went by at its usual hour. The mailman skipped over our door. A single dry leaf from the geranium flower just drifted down onto the floor. You walked down the driveway before it grew light, with one small brown suitcase held tight in your hand. The train whistled low through the cool autumn night and carried away what we never quite planned. Now all of these quiet, forgotten small things are keeping the memory warm while it stings. Yesterday you warned that the garden gate latch would drop if the west wind came strong. It rattled 3 times in the midnight hours, a short and predictable song. Your reading specs sit on the telephone book, a pencil marked down page 14. I trace every shadow inside every nook to hold what no longer is seen. The baker van stopped on the corner below. The neighborhood dog barked at 3. A dusty old sparrow hopped down in the snow and looked up for crumbits from me. You walked down the driveway before it grew light, with one small brown suitcase held tight in your hand. The train whistled low through the cool autumn night and carried away what we never quite planned. Now all of these quiet, forgotten small things are keeping the memory warm while it stings. The copper clock ticks on the dining room wall, measuring distance in steady light taps. I hear your quiet shoes in the dim wooden hall, though time has closed over our gaps. The blue kettle hums as the steam starts to rise. I pour out 1 cup for the day. I look at the porch under pale graying skies and smile as you drift far away. Old Ford backfires down on Elm Street today. The iron tires rumble on the stones as they go. You haven't touched the bread on your blue
sits in the drawer down below. He packed up his coat while the neighborhood slept, and left you a house with too many empty chairs. The radio plays an old melody slow. It is time that you let all those heavy thoughts go. When a long golden summer turns suddenly chill, you can lean on my shoulder until you stand still. Every promise he broke was a weight on your chest. Now the silence inside can finally give you rest. So pour one more cup while the twilight grows gray. We will fold up his letters and throw them away. A delivery cart clatters right past your gate. The horses move slow toward the end of the line. You tell me that 30 good years vanished quick, but holding a heartache won't turn water to wine. I brought over biscuits and blackberry jam to remind you the world is still gentle and kind. The evening rolls in with a soft yellow light, and you do not have to face this alone tonight. When a long golden summer turns suddenly chill, you can lean on my shoulder until you stand still. Every promise he broke was a weight on your chest. Now the silence inside can finally give you rest. So pour one more cup while the twilight grows gray. We will fold up his letters and throw them away. Love is a garden that sometimes goes dry. No matter how hard two young dreamers may try. You gave him your youth and you gave him your heart. Now you get to decide where a new life can start. The street noise is fading as night settles down. We will keep the porch lamp lit for comfort in town. Tomorrow we walk to the market again. You are never alone while you still have a friend. Where do the sparrows sleep when rain falls hard? I watched the yard turn dark an hour ago. My tea grows cold inside this painted mug. The neighbor's dog is barking down the lane. I wonder if you took your blue umbrella or left it leaning on the hallway wall. Thoughts keep drifting
the shadows across the rug and trace the silence you left behind. A postcard from Boston sits under the bread box while winter comes quietly down through the trees. You packed up your books when the autumn grew chilly and traded our kitchen for warmer blue seas. Now dinner for one takes 5 minutes to swallow, and evening rolls in like a slow, gentle breeze. The clock is ticking steady on the shelf. I ought to turn the porch light off by now. Your sweater's still hanging behind the door. It holds the quiet scent of cedar wood. I thought I heard a car turn in the drive, but it was just the wind against the glass. A postcard from Boston sits under the bread box while winter comes quietly down through the trees. You packed up your books when the autumn grew chilly and traded our kitchen for warmer blue seas. Now dinner for one takes 5 minutes to swallow, and evening rolls in like a slow, gentle breeze. Did you remember to change the oil in the station wagon? Did the plumber fix the tap in your new apartment? Love doesn't end when a suitcase closes. It just sits quietly in the corner of the room, waiting for someone to ask a simple question. The sparrows must have found a shelter somewhere. The house is still, the street is quiet now. I'll leave the kitchen light on just in case. Good night, my love, wherever you are tonight.